Good evening, and welcome to the Exalted Nation of Truth newscast. I'm your host, David. In today's news, Donald tells Christie, Rudy Giuliani to kiss off after they had been cozying up to Donald's butt for the last 18 months. Wow, that must really hurt their pride. These guys were just looking for a way to increase their alimony payments. Well, in Christie's case, I think he was just looking for a nice political bridge to rest under during his pending investigations. And can you guys actually imagine Rudy representing the country? That's creepy. Now, we're better off keeping that New York and New Jersey trash where it belongs. Well, this week Donald has lowered the presidential bar once again. This time he decided to attack Union President Chuck Jones. Apparently Donald doesn't like facts thrown in his face. Well, it all started when Donald stated that over 1,000 jobs will be saved at the Carrier plant. Well, Chuck Jones, the union president, said that's not necessarily true. It would really be around 700. A couple of hundred of those jobs will actually be administrative jobs. And the remaining 500 jobs will actually go overseas at some other point. But Carrier will still build the plant in Monaco, Mexico. And they will still employ Mexicans and only pay them $3 an hour. This is a fact. Well, Donald, our president-elect, did not like that fact. So what did he do? He took to Twitter. He actually went in and he did not dispute the facts that Chuck Jones had presented. He actually went in and started to attack Chuck Jones, his character. Typical Donald. Typical tactics. Now, we all have had bosses who have behaved in that way. Isn't it just creepy to have a president who's like the sleaziest boss we ever had? Wow. But this is a typical person who has no management skills, besides what the mainstream media is trying to force feed us. CNN and MSNBC, who was once critics of Donald, has become his little puppets. Many of these commentators have now said that Donald is a genius, and that his apprentice-style choosing of the cabinet is something that is record-breaking. Now, I hope you kids at home are listening to this. Well, not the regular kids, the actual kids who are bullies. You guys are probably listening closely because now you know that being a bully may actually be your path to the White House. You can actually become president one day because we have a bully in chief. Well, in other news, Trump has decided to attack the CIA, saying that they are lying about the involvement that Putin has had in the presidential election. Come on, Donald, you and Putin need to get a room. This romance is going a little bit too far. Listen, the only people who would doubt that there was Russian involvement in the U.S. presidential election are those Fox subscribers, NASCAR fans, or Honey Boo Boo sympathizers. Come on, give it a rest. Looks like America is going to get screwed again, this time royally. I just hope Donald doesn't use rubbers made in Taiwan. Ugh, that would be cheap and sleazy. Who would have thought that Pee Wee Herman's response many years ago to his critics, "I know you are, but what am I?" would actually be more intelligently sound than the President of the United States? A message to the Trump supporters. Are you sure you want to defund Planned Parenthood? I'm sure that morning after election pill will look pretty good right now to many of you. They have finally admitted that there's fake news out there. Wow. As if we already didn't know that there was fake news out there. Fox News makes millions pandering fake news. And apparently so does CNN. It sounds to me like the big boys, CNN, MSNBC, and Fox, are getting a little nervous that some of their ratings are going to drop because of this fake news. So now, while Donald is attacking the mainstream media, The mainstream media has decided to attack bloggers. Wow, this is going to become a real interesting political season. The mainstream media is beginning to sound like that abusive boyfriend that says, don't talk to your family, they just don't understand our relationship. Really? Well, we know that any abuse counselor will tell you that limiting your option only promotes further abuse. So mainstream media really just wants to limit our options. Now understand, it is not wise to accept every piece of news at its face value. We should investigate everything you hear, even the stuff you hear from mainstream media. And just because they have commentators who are paid by advertisement dollars doesn't mean that they're always right. It doesn't mean that their opinion should trump the opinion of the common person. Remember, if it smells, it's not fresh. Thank you again for watching the Exalted Nation of Truth newscast. Remember to subscribe and share this newscast. And remember, freshness has no smell, but truth decides to dwell. Good day.